During the period in which man developed the intellect, as already mentioned, this was from the first third of the 15th century to the end of the 19th century, the elemental beings were pushed to one side, as it were. While the intellect played a creative part in man's cultural life, there was not much they could do. And because the elemental beings dwelling in solids had, in a certain sense, to hold back and leave the intellect to man, they also held back the beings of water and air. But now we live at a time when the intellect has begun to decline within the civilized world. It is failing into decadence. If mankind does not become receptive to what streams towards him from the spiritual world, then the result of this dullness on man's part will be, and there are signs already of it happening, that these elemental beings will gather together to form a kind of union and place themselves under the leadership of the supreme intellectual power, Ahriman. If it should happen that the elemental beings come under the guidance of Ahriman with the clear intention of opposing human evolution, then mankind would be unable to make further progress. The possibility would arise that the Ahrimanic powers in union with the elemental beings would divert the Earth from its intended course. The Earth can only become what it was originally intended to become if man in each epoch tackles his task rightly. One can see already how matters stand. Those who have reached a certain age know that formerly one gained insight into another human being's inner thoughts and feelings simply through normal conversation and exchange of ideas. One took it for granted that a person's reason and intellect resided in his head, and what was in the head would be conveyed through the spoken word. There are many people today who no longer take it for granted that reason is located in the head of many of their contemporaries. Rather do they assume it to have slid further down, so instead of listening they now analyze. This is because they do not want to participate with the head in what their soul brings to light.